after a wild change of, like, there was a whole bunch of driver movements, new teams forming, everything. It was almost like we had a mini silly season. We are finally here at New York's Thunder Road, a place that is just perfectly sounding place for the Thunder Stock Car Racing Series to go to. That's right, we are at Watkins Glen for the Go Bowling at the Glen. Right beside me, Max Speed, is David Carter. What can we see today, David?
Uh, Chaos. A little bit of chaos. But don't worry, unlike a certain series, if somebody flips over, we'll actually call the caution.
I would hope so, but considering what happened at North Wilkesboro, let's just hope that the sanctioning body actually chewed out the officiating crew, if you remember that.
Uh, yep.
With that
The
out of the way,
people were rather pissed.
with that out of the way, let's just go to the starting lineup. Starting up front is Davey Apex, new pole sitter, I believe. He's been struggling, so to see him take the top spot, that is a good sign for him. And in row two is the not row two, and beside him in P2 is Derek Petty in the 43 car. Starting in row two is the 87 of Haley or Holly. If it is
Haley.
Haley, it's a weird. Definitely an interesting spelling. Haley Anderson Jr. in the recently rebranded Volunteer Motorsports Chevrolet, Lucas Oil Chevrolet, and the six of Larson Martinez.
Finally, some good qualifying for her. Hey, wait a minute. Volunteer Motorsports, is that based off, what is that based off? Where'd that name come from?
I'm guessing that it's based off the Tennessee Volunteers.
Oh, well, new team to be biased towards. Anyway, row three, Kyler Sustrai. And, oh no, 69 car, Wesley Tata.
Well,
Trouble lurks.
Will anything good happen, or as David says, will something bad happen? Nothing, like he says, nothing ever good comes out of a '69 car. Will that be the case here?
We got a field filler of Cheryl King, the 144, and Alec Trek, the choke artist of North Wilkesboro.
He is your points leader, though, so Subaru does seem to have some muscle, at least in that 51 machine. Has yet to win, but he's gotten close. Will today finally be his day? Row 5 is the 101. Yes, the driver's name is Rowdy Bush. It's not Kyle Bush. His first name is legitimately Rowdy, and his nickname is Hiccup. That
Is that
is
supposed to be Rowdy Burns?
no, that is his real name, Rowdy Bush. And yes, it's a what
Weird.
the 101 was normally a field filler, but that field filler team has recently gone inactive, and the 101 became available for the new Lopez Motorsports team to form and use that number, which, for clarification, is not related to Scotty Lopez, a different
Who's on the
Lopez
same row?
field. Yes. But Scotty Lopez in the 12 also starts off at row 5. Row 6, John Lane, Automation Racing, they also had a bit of an ownership change as Michael Carter Jr. He's gone. John Lane is now put in that 27 after leaving the 87, and he starts beside his former teammate in the 88 of Frederick Fast.
By the way, if that other Lopez who owns that team is who you're thinking of, hopefully he doesn't end up in any side, is who I'm thinking of. Hopefully he doesn't end up inside any walls. If you know, you know. Next row. How is this guy up here? Aiden Lemon and Ben Gorich. Lemon, not good on road courses from what he says, but
He's the fastest Daredevil Motorsports car up here. We didn't have actual qualifying due to rain, so we used practice speeds. And lo and behold, it seems like for the second time, Caden Lemon was one of the faster Daredevil cars in the field. Maybe he should
yeah.
at least consider amending that statement.
And here is row 8, Declan Cole and the driver of our generation, Hatsune Miku, the
She
DDM sub-driver herself.
she also recently performed a concert, which we might hear here, because the rain ended enough time for the concert, but with how many cars we had, we couldn't do qualifying. I know I'm not sure about the logistics behind all that. I'm just a commentator, but I hear it was really successful.
Where's our rain tires, though?
Hmm. I guess. I guess our tire supplier must have forgotten about it. I don't
Damn it,
know.
Goodyear. Next.
Road 9. Help me out here. It's.
Atsuko Ulamina and
Yep.
Mert Girl. The two, I guess, hardest for y'all to pronounce names.
Yep. Illumina
I
and
mean,
Girl. I
still,
just call him Mert because I know I can say that.
I still struggle with Mert myself.
Hmm. And in row 10, it's the poster child car of this series, as it's known throughout the garage, the 125 of Kurt Raloff, and a new team, Pinnacle Motorsports, a second Toyota team. That's the team owner of Corbin Mitchell.
Ooh. Oh no, it's a number 11 Toyota.
Uh, does that give you Denny Hamlin vibes?
I swear this boy better not be driving like Denny.
Well, he wasn't involved in any practice incidents, so that is a good start.
I gave him a lane. Anyway. Well, let's just hope he doesn't end up suing us. 61 of Carl Young and 114 6 Badger.
Yep, we have
Scott,
a Mobian in the field again.
and then Scott Ingraham, and the one who nearly won at Old Spice, if not for the tire kerfuffle, Wyatt Wilkinson.
Now, Scott Ingraham, he recently, for a race, drove for Petty Motor Club. They have recently found a replacement long term for the departed Bobby Jones. Excuse me. We will get to him later, but Scott Ingraham is back in the 72 as Clayton Sessom. I guess he just did not agree with the call with Daytona? We are not, details are scarce, but
Really? He LePage? Yeah, we're gonna suspend him.
well, whatever the reason, he is gone, and Scott Ingraham is back in the 72 for the foreseeable future, if not the rest of the season,
They
even
give
though
him the
it
rest of
is
the
a part
season.
time car.
I say give him the rest of the season. He showed something.
You're sure.
Alright. I did the last row.
Oh, yeah, you're my mistake. Row 13, Eric Alpha in the 36, and Marcus Parkus in the 89 car.
Marcus
Row
Parkas never leave.
Row 14, Alexander Will in the 45. He's on probation for the rest of the
Uh,
season, but if he manages to avoid any blatant or crazy wrecking, like just don't be reckless and you should be good, he will not get any additional penalties, but losing all points he earned last time out at Memphis has gotta hurt that 45 team.
don't
And
be stupid.
yep, that's all we ask. Don't be stupid and drive respectfully. And beside him is the 17 of Chris McGee. He was formerly in the 197, was out for Memphis, maybe a second race. He's now in Pinnacle Motorsports' unsponsored 17 Toyota.
Oh.
Yeah, so, I mean, Yeah, at least he has a ride.
Yeah, but probably not a good one. Not disrespecting the team, but
It is a
they're
new.
not even sponsored.
That is their only unsponsored car, though.
Yeah. Chris Martins and the 152 of Barry Custer.
Is he related
I
to
don't
Cole
believe.
Custer?
I was about to say, I don't think he is.
Well, he shares the
And,
same last name, and Haas is on the car, but it's a.
well, hopefully. Well, let's hope he has more talent than Cole Custer, huh? Anyway, 131 of Corey Owen and Jeff Fulton. What is he doing back here?
He's one of the top drivers in the field, and he's found himself all the way down in 32nd. Not a good run for him. He will need to step it up if he wants to get back on point. And row 17, it's a team owner of the newly formed Lopez Motorsports, Ryan Lopez Jr.
Oh, so it's
Far.
not the Lopez that was in the wall.
No. Yeah, so that's the team owner. He has not gotten a good run, unlike his teammate and the 197 of Xavier Rain. And in row
Oh,
18 is the replacement for long term. This is not a good initial start, but who knows? Maybe something will change throughout the race. Besides, this is his first race here, so
it's
maybe road courses
Austin Scott.
maybe road courses just aren't his forte. Maybe
And
just
then what
yeah,
is Angel Gutierrez doing back here?
he is a short track ace. Road courses aren't exactly his best thing, but you would think that 25 car would be better than 36th.
Oh, all right. We got John Smith the third, and this is a surprise. Orlando Harlow. And then we got Luke Evans and another surprise, Evan Marici.
However, if you saw practice last qualifying due to the circumstances, these two are in backup cars because they wrecked their primary car. We had four cars that were totaled and had to go to the backup car in practice. And they are all starting in the back. These are the first two of them. The other two, Ayers and White. Ryan White is also making his debut. He got caught up in an early incident that DNF'd his primary car, or totaled his primary car. He has to go to a backup car and will be starting last. That is a shame, too. I mean, his practice speed wasn't that good, but he would have been starting higher, like a couple positions higher. That still would have been better than last.
Any position would be better than last.
Yeah, and Ayers, he's the top shock point car in the standings. That shock point as a whole, besides Mert, and even then, that's not necessarily the best starting spot. Bad run for them due to circumstances out of their control.
Unfortunate, but it's racing.
Well, here's the race
All right.
information. You have 23 total laps today. Fuel window, 20 laps approximately. That is as far as you can go. I suspect they will be going in earlier, especially if we get an early caution. But if too early, and knowing the crew chiefs here, we might see some strategies fail and see a repeat of Old Spice with fuel. Hopefully not,
Yeah, some of
though.
the crew chiefs here are dumb.
Yeah, but ideally you should be able to make it through this race with one pit stop.
And then it's a cold day today.
Yeah, it's cold up here in New York. 44 degrees. Clear. It was clear earlier today, but I do believe it is now cloudy. So we took the temperature and all that stuff. The station which we are getting that from, it clouds must have rolled in since then.
Ugh.
So, yeah. But the win is still correct. The winner's first $200,000 as is normal. And with that, we will get to the race and show you flag by flag coverage in just a moment. So stay tuned. We are live. We are about to get this race underway. And yes, clouds have rolled in. So it's going to be a cloudy race instead. Davy Apex, your pole sitter. And it seems like in this track here, the ideal line, the inside line, as you normally would expect, which would be on the left, is on the right lane. The flag's out.
Green.
We are underway.
Apex. Apex with a great start.
But that
Ooh, we
87,
got
yep,
the
Anderson Jr.
87
trying to make
looking.
it, yep, trying to make a good start. An impressive
He's gonna
start.
get there.
Maybe. Think
Now let's hope they
no.
keep it together through the bus stop here. They're still gonna be side by side.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, ooh, think Apex has
Ooh.
it? Oh, that was a bad turn for Haley Anderson Jr. But he has the advantage here. Can't quite capitalize on it.
He's stayed with Apex this whole time.
That is an impressive. That might be what this team needs, the 87, because they weren't doing much with John Lane in the car.
In this 7.
Oh, I think Apex got a little bit loose. Credit that lap to
Ooh.
Haley Anderson Jr.
I saw a slight bit of contact, but Haley Anderson, clear.
Yep, first lap leader, and what impressive to work his way up from third to first in that first lap.
Got a moment.
And could we see a second driver this season make on their debut start win? Too early to say.
Oh,
And
Apex is
Apex,
looking.
yep, he wants to deny that and win for himself. I think he's tired of being slow and wants to prove that he has what it takes. As they head
Now Haley
into,
is gonna have the ideal line in turn 6, but the setup for turn 7 is what this will be about here.
yep, that is Apex with the advantage. And he must have gotten a bad run. He must have gotten a bad run as Martinez is going for
That
second.
84, that 84 struggling.
Yeah, he set the
By the way,
fastest practice lap on the very first lap. No one could
let's all.
overtake him. And now on race day, he is struggling.
Oh, can Larson Martinez be our first female winner?
That is also a possibility. Now, if Haley Anderson Jr. wins, he would be the second debut driver to actually win his first ever race. First driver being
7.
Luke Evans at Walt Disney. And that was with a new team. This is with an existing team. Just under new management, which, if you count that as a new team, then by all means. The official records, however, will not. But at the end of the day, it's
Larson.
just a point of view there.
Larson and Davey are letting this 87 get away.
Yeah, that
They
is
need to
what.
sort this out.
Yeah, seeing the 84 and 6 battle, that's what Anderson Jr. wants to see. And considering this series pit crews and crew chiefs, yeah, the bigger the gap, the better, especially if something crazy happens. But I think Apex has gotten the edge over Martinez as we are in the S's.
The hill they go.
Oh, Martinez, I may have spoke too soon. She's not giving up on that.
Oh, But they are closer to the 87 now that she's let him go.
Yeah. It's something interesting to note in practice that drafting did play a somewhat of a part. So, excuse me.
Did they
I
try to turn Watkins Glen into a drafting track?
mean, this place isn't known for that, but apparently with a road course package here,
Well, I mean, look at them. Look at them. They're still close.
yeah. Now, if we look, the last car behind is 8 seconds back.
Hold on, go back. Go back to the
All the
back in the
way.
field.
Yeah. Seems like the cars forced in the back did not get. Yeah, they did not get a lot of time to. I mean, they did, but they didn't. Like, they haven't made a lot of progress to just get through all that.
Orlando's not even bad on road courses. It's just track position.
That, and you have to wonder if they didn't give them the best of cars this time around.
I'm questioning on. Did I see the 57 fall back there?
The 50 what?
7.
57. There is.
That's why I was telling them to go back on the leaderboard. I thought I saw something.
The 57. Yeah, that's Caden Lemon in 13th.
Oh, no. Nope, I was seeing them. Would have been shocking to see him fall that far.
Yeah, but meantime,
Ooh, that's dicey.
yeah, he is currently in 13th. So he's battling for 14th at this point in time. Oh, yeah, it looks like this field,
Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be really come down to pit stops and track position unless there's a caution. As let's take a look back in the lead, it's still, oh, it might be a 4-car battle now
contact!
and that is between Martinez and Tada. As I was saying, this might be a 4-car battle. Petty seems to be falling behind. I mean, he's still technically in this, but he's a little bit too far. Maybe he
Emperor's nice
could,
flare if that keeps up.
like, maybe he could come up and do something. As whoa!
You got trouble?
I think that was Declan Cole. He got a bit loose heading into the final turn, but he kept it together.
I'm wondering if we're gonna have a yellow. If it is, if we do, it's either gonna be in the bus stop or the final turn.
Well, actually, we had it in between those areas for those incidents in practice. Believe it or not. As we will show you a quick look of the leader.
Ooh, Apex looking. Only thing really for track limits is don't cut the bus stop.
Yeah. I hear today that the officials are going to be, for the most part, lenient on that. Just don't do anything too blatantly.
They will penalize you if you cut that bus stop.
Yes. Ooh, Ingerham. He's a bit slow.
Got some clustering back here.
Austin Scott, I think he's made up a couple spots since that start. As Luke Evans especially has made up some spots since the start.
Now looking on Wyatt Wilkinson.
And he's in 28, so this is a battle for 28. As we go through the rest of the field.
Yeah, I expected a lot more from Wyatt Wilkinson. You saw his speed back at Old Spice, and now he's just off.
And I do know for a fact that Daredevil said that they put in fresh parts today for, like, this is like pretty much a newly built up car. So this is rather shocking.
maybe he's just not the road course type. But and again, Old Spice. We saw that.
Also, Cade Lemon, as you said earlier, you
Yeah,
said
road
that he's
courses
not
are
a road
not
course
his
driver,
thing.
and yet he's near the top 10.
He loves speedways. He loves the big tracks. He's not one you want to call if you want a road ringer. But look at this. I mean, Watkins Glen, though, to be fair, is one of his better road courses. But still,
Yeah, a little bit odd today for Daredevil.
but I don't think he's complaining.
I would imagine that radio he'd be more complaining about why his other cars aren't doing as well as he is.
Yeah. Ooh, he's looking through the bus stop here. Oh, looks like they rubbed a little bit.
Nothing major though.
Keep your patience, 57. Don't dump anyone in front of the field.
It's John Lane, he's out looking outside the top 10, I believe.
Invertine.
No. Yeah. He is in the top 10. As it looks like
Ooh,
update Martinez.
Martinez!
Yep, she is now chasing Anderson Jr.
He's done messing around.
About time something really's gone right for that 6 team. Like she is a good driver. She just got caught up in bad luck, and when she does have
Here we go!
yep, and when she does get herself in good situations, she just hasn't been able to close it together. This is a positive sign for her. She is in
Get a roof
second.
cam on this. Let's get a roof cam on the 6 car. Take a lap or two around Watkins Glen with someone who knows what they're doing.
Let's see, can they catch up to that Lucas Oil machine?
Got his draft. No run.
Gotta time that corner correctly. I think she's playing the waiting game, trying to force an error. No movement there.
Trying to get in his head. Like
Yeah.
Harder Kozlowski.
Yeah.
His head plays a mind game.
Yeah, I think that is what the strategy is.
Remember, this is a new driver in that 87. Now she's gotten to his inside. Still no.
Doesn't look like anything yet.
She's really forcing a defensive line on this 87.
As right now, it seems like it's a car battle for the lead. Martinez has gotten separation between Apex and Tada, who's gotten by the 84 too.
I don't know how many more times he can block like that before she decides to dump him.
Or at least puts the bumper on. Although she got off a turn. Yeah, that last turn wasn't as ideal for her.
Maybe she's making him do it. Maybe she's just making him do it. She's letting him do all this. She wants the mistake. She wants him to burn his stuff.
I can imagine that is pretty much the idea here.
That 6 is faster. I think we could see that if we go to the fastest lap charts, unless it's a surprise.
Best lap, 109.4. 109.4. They are about even. Although Tada, he's
Tada's
closing in too. It's now a 3-car battle as Apex as well has been dropping. Our Pulsar is now in 4th.
84 is falling off.
Eric Petty also has been falling off. He's found himself in 7th. Oh, we have pitters! We have pitters!
Ooh, the 87!
Ooh.
Is this scheduled?
Yeah, I think so. Is it?
I don't see anyone else.
We're trying to. What happened with the 114? She's way off pace.
Oh no. Maybe a pit stop?
Well, let's take a look. Yeah, tires are going in on. Do you think this might be a tire stop? Because fuel shouldn't be an issue.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe this is a huge undercut. I don't know what this is going to get him. Either it's an undercut or it's a problem.
well, you ideally should just replace the tires and fill the car to full, and you should be good the rest of the way. I'm not sure what strategy this is. I personally, considering
I
how
don't
this
like it.
race was going, yeah, just hold out until. I don't know. I think,
Does if Martinez is in.
but
They're
considering this is
responding.
considering though this is lap 13, you double that. That's although if because he also went in at 12, double that. That's 24. Ideally, we should see our only scheduled stops of the race. Ideally, but you probably have to be careful with the tire wear now because tires were shown to be a big fall off here during practice. Well, let's see who wins this race off pit road. This could decide the race. Oh, there's the there's the 87. Oh, talk about an undercut.
It worked.
Yeah, it seemed like it, but one lap fresher tires on Martinez, so whether or
How
not
much a difference will it make? Are we about to have our first clean and green race?
on a road course, no less.
Now, I could very well have announcer jinx us.
Ooh, this
What's
could be
happening here?
problems. No, they sorted it out. So I think that's the rest of everyone who needed to pit.
Now the 87 just wants to try to cruise away. I don't think Larson's going to let that happen.
No, but she has to like go through her stuff to make that happen. So that's the that's the risk because you can't very well force a mistake at that distance. As yeah, no one else is leaving. That undercut. Well, Tada is leaving, but not in time. That undercut might have done it. Although, considering when he did pit, that could be a problem. So, like, I could realistically see that 87 being called back in again. In which that case, you can easily say Martinez would be your projected winner if that were to happen.
You gotta, I guess not fuel mileage, but if the tires can make it.
Yeah, that's the big question because ideally, unless they try to big brain it, for lack of a better term, and like only put a splash of fuel in, you
Watch
should
that
be able
gap.
to. Yeah, you should be able to make it on gas. It's really tires that's the main factor.
Watch the gap on the leaderboard updates.
Yeah, we'll get our initial gauge. It's
There it is.
2 second difference. As realistically, it's between the 87 of Haley Anderson Jr. and the 6 of Larson Martinez.
Let's get a look at lap times between the two.
So that last lap time was a 109.6, 109.5. So Martinez gained.
Faster. We could be setting up for a great finish here.
If this keeps up and we don't see any crew chief oddball calls here, hopefully we don't. I want to know Although there's one other car which, if we can find her, I do have questions about, like concerns about, and that is Styx the Badger. She pitted, I think she pitted on 11. I think she will have to pit a second time, and considering the traffic behind her, we may see overtime if someone gets a little too,
Impatient.
and Styx herself is a little wild as, oh, she's heading back in. Is there something wrong with that car?
Yeah, I'll bet. I think there is.
No reported issues, but this isn't a pit stop loop. Oh, that is disappointing. Yeah, I mean, I caught it. I just didn't
Maybe-
expect it like this.
Maybe she knows something we don't.
Uh, I mean, I've heard her being called crazy. Just not in that sense, but I also have a theory that she's incredibly smart, but I don't think that's gonna apply here. I mean, who knows, but I think that's a tall order. You might be able to find out shortly 87 of Haley Anderson Jr. as he's losing time to Martinez. So no, he's not pitting. I do believe there was a problem with that 114. That was an unscheduled stop.
Maybe a tire going down, maybe an issue mechanically.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing to report here, so this has to,
That
it's
info can
either
only
something
give you
was
so
wrong or there was a really weird strategy call there.
Maybe she thinks the others are gonna pit.
And trying to undercut, but that would be really weird to do it like that. This is a one-race stop. I mean, a one-stop race, not a
That's
two.
race suicide.
I
I
am,
really don't think they'll have to pit again. Only one we really have concerns about is the 87.
yeah. So, I'm really questioning that call. And in theory, the 87 should be able to make it on fuel. It's just tires, which we really are concerned about. As that gap is slowly evaporating. So, there is a point to be made here.
If they went in at like lap 13, yeah, they can make it. They pitted with about 11 to go.
And the 87 pitted on lap 12. Oh, under a minute or second now for Martinez.
He is charging.
Yeah. I think tire wear is starting to rear its ugly head on that 87 car.
That's 6 overall, even without the tire wear, has been faster. I want to see who has fastest lap currently.
That is Jeff Bolton, of all people.
Oh.
So that is interesting.
Me.
With us, yeah. I mean, you don't get anything for it, but it is something interesting to note.
No, we don't have it. Oh, Larson's there.
Yeah.
I just looked up and she is there.
This could be the Six's day.
She is there. She's in his draft. She is on the front stretch, trailing this 87.
And gained 0.2.
We're on about 4 to go.
Yeah, and the concern on the 87 is tire wear. Nothing has been reported on that 87 car, but that one lap may be the difference.
Can he run away, or will she get him?
I think the question here is, can Martinez force a mistake on the 87 before this race ends, really?
She's kind of played with her food all day as far as this 87. She could have passed him a while ago, but she's trying to get in his head a little bit. I respect it.
And now she really does have...
She is there.
Yeah, this... I don't think Haley Anderson Jr. has it, and I don't... Like, I'm not trying to be pessimistic here. I'm just... With the way this race is going, unless Martinez gets a little too patient, I don't see her giving this race away.
Free to go. If something happens, it will be in overtime.
But for the most part, this has been clean and green throughout the entirety of this race.
We don't have NASCAR officials, so we're not going to throw any phantom debris cautions.
Not that there was any. We'll get you a quick view of the field.
For a second, we look away, I'll bet the pass is happening.
Well, it's a quick view of all the cars on track.
Hey, get all the sponsors their TV time. How you doing, Wyatt?
Just showing. Oh, we have another pitter. That's
Uh-oh.
Ryan White. No problem. No.
Uh-oh. Get to the front. Get to the front.
We are.
That might be trouble.
Yeah. I mean, I
That's
believe
not a good sign.
White had pitted with it the same time Martinez did, just was behind.
Unless he had a problem. But
A problem
Martinez
that
is
we are
there.
not getting reported. I do think the officials would love to get their hands on both the 75 and 114, see if there was a problem that went hidden.
Oh, she is on that bumper.
Martinez!
She's looking.
She is making her move now. I think she knows.
How many more times can that 87 block before she's had enough?
Well, it's gonna have to be. She has to be really thin on patience because we are approaching the final lap. And yeah, no pitting. No one's going in. Will we have any other surprise pitters? Heading down.
No. No, get him.
Yeah, I don't think so. White flag is out. Martinez, now is her time. She has to be aggressive here.
Look at her through the S's compared to the 87.
She's keeping it close, but she has to make a move. The S is blocked. She only has like 1 or 2 realistically chances left to make this happen.
I don't think she's gonna get it.
Ah, she's close. She has to time it right.
Looking.
Making her move.
Right there! Now, is that gonna hold on the outside?
Close. I think Martinez has the edge. Oh, but a bad run on the turn. I don't think it's gonna matter.
Drag race to the line!
Helicopter view. Larson Martinez. She is your winner of the. Yes, she is your winner at Go Bowling at the Glen. 5/1000th of a second off. What a finish.
Was she timing that? Did she do that on purpose?
If she was cutting it real close. Man, what a finish. That will definitely get everyone excited. And I think that's yeah.
You don't need a bunch of cautions to have a good race.
We need to get you a replay just of slow-mo of a better angle of that finish, just because of how close it was. But that being said, Martinez is your winner. Haley Anderson Jr. finishes second. Kyler
Joshua
Fusterai
was supposed to be here. He missed a good one.
Yeah, unfortunate. Tyler Susrai third, Wesley Tata in fourth, John Lane fifth, Alec Trek sixth, Scotty Lopez in seventh. The 84, that's Davey Apex, he kept dropping to an eighth. And then the 88, finally living up to his name, Mr. Fast, he finishes in a top 10 in ninth and in 10th. Rounding out the top 10 is the 43 of Derek Petty.
What a race.
Now we will get you a replay before we show you our post-race graphics and leave you until next time. Another angle through the entire finish.
Makes the move into 6. You'd think the 87 has the preferred line into 7.
But
But
the
Larson just
6.
able to roll that momentum. There's the
Mm-hmm.
flyby off of 7. More racing back there, and then to the line.
Well, for that, we are done here, other than the post-race results and the point standings. I am Max Speed. Beside me is David Carter. Unfortunate that Joshua Black could not have been here. He was planning on it, but something came up. But rest assured, all three of us, we will be with you next time. So you were watching the Thunderstock Car Racing Series. Stay
Zippo!
safe and have a good rest of your day.